In the heart of the Greater Accra region, Ashaiman and Dawhenya are making waves in the agriculture sector, specifically in rice and maize production. Despite the challenges of urbanization, these areas have managed to flourish. Officials from the Ghana Irrigation Development Authority paid a working visit to the Ashaiman and Dawhenya irrigation schemes. At the Ashaiman Irrigation Scheme, farmers on the scheme cultivate crops ranging from fresh maize, rice, okra, and some other crops. Out of the potential area of 200 hectares, 155 hectares have been developed. The scheme manager, Mr. Samuel Tete, spoke on crop production on the scheme.
Currently, we are cropping on 71.06 hectares of farmland. But the initial land that was developed was 200. Then out of the 200, they started with 155 hectares that they were using to do the cropping.
Some challenges were shared on the scheme, including salinity of the soil, encroachment, and the irrigation canal.
The structures are irrigation canals. Then the check gates that we open the water to go to the individual farms, and some of the fields too, as a result of not being used for a long time, have become saline. So they are working on it. Our soil scientists are also working on it to bring them into good use.
He said Ghana should expect much from Ashaiman in rice production because JIDA, in partnership with Jospon, are embarking on some rehabilitation works.
The potential of rice is really high here. Currently, we have a Jospon group of companies who have come on board, still with PPP, to help us boost the rice production. So they've done some trial already. They finished and they're about to start the next phase where they will help all the farmers. We have 108 farmers here. They've come around to demarcate their fields, take information on all of them so that they will provide them with a lot of rice seed, inputs. Then at the end, they will buy from them and supply to other schemes for rice promotion in the country. So the potential is really high here for the rice production.
A farmer on the scheme, Mr. Steven Fiati, who doubles as the chairman of the Water Users Association, spoke on some challenges.
Actually, I could simply say before then, about some 15-20 years ago, we were not having any challenge. But the most challenge now that we are having is that the encroachment is worrying. Even today, if you can walk down, you will see most of the farmers holding their cutlass shovels, removing soil from the canal. So the encroachment has been a burden to us very much.
After touring the Ashaiman Irrigation Scheme, the team then proceeded to the Dawhenya Irrigation Scheme. The principal manager of the scheme oversight department at the Ghana Irrigation Development Authority, Timothy Nuwodu, spoke extensively on rice production and demonstration on the Dawhenya Irrigation Scheme.
My name is Timothy Nuwodu, Principal Chief Manager, immediate past manager of the Dawhenya Irrigation Scheme. The Dawhenya Irrigation Scheme is one of the many schemes under JIDA. It was developed in the 1960s, basically to produce vegetable for Tema and Accra Enclave. But in the 1970s, it changed to rice production. So currently, the main crop we grow here is the rice, and it's grown on around 180 hectares. The land developed was 200 hectares, but we've lost about 20 of it to salinity. The total land acquired by government itself is 2,800 hectares. So you can see there's a large chunk of land undeveloped. And we grow rice 2 times in a year, major season and the minor season. Our yields are around 5.5 to 6 tons per hectare. So per annum, the Dawhenya irrigation contributes about 180 metric tons of 1,180 metric tons of rice to the total rice production we have in the country.
He said Dawhenya is working to become a seed production center in Ghana. According to him, the scheme is currently undertaking seed evaluation of some rice varieties.
What you are seeing at the background is a demonstration field. We are evaluating seeds and some yields. We want to see which one will give us the best and the optimum yield to select. Basically, Copia is our development partner. They are here to help us to achieve self-sufficiency in seed production.
Okay.
As a country, we need 24,000 tons of seed to meet our demand. But currently, we are doing around 11,000 to 12,000. So, COPIA, in conjunction with GIDA, we are going to develop 100 hectares of land. So, before we go into the seed production, we are evaluating the best one to select for that project.
The scheme is also being threatened by encroachment activities and urbanization.
If you talk about the main challenge and threat here, like other schemes which are in the region, urbanization is a threat. Okay. Encroachment is everywhere. We have settlers and its negative environmental impacts. So those are the serious threats to the scheme.
The Dawhenya Irrigation Scheme has other commercial farmers who are into horticulture like flower and vegetable production under the Greenhouse Vegetable Production Program of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. On the scheme, 80 hectares of land have been dedicated to greenhouse development in Ghana. Sena Asari, the Enterprise Development Officer at Dawhenya Greenhouse Cluster, spoke to AgriRiches.
So this project is called Youth in Greenhouse Enterprise Project, sponsored by Exim Bank. Agri-Impact is the consultant firm making sure that the beneficiaries are able to produce and pay back the loan.
He explained that the project is solely for the youth.
So over here we have the Youth in Greenhouse Enterprise Project. We are supposed to put about 200 greenhouses here. We have 30 functional. The others are still under construction. Aside the Youth in Greenhouse Enterprise Project, we have the West African Greenhouse Limited, which AIC, Agri-Impact is in partnership with the Dutch government to experiment their type of greenhouses and see how it can work over here. We also have the shade net. The shade net is not like this, it's entirely net. The temperature in these greenhouses is very high. So the shade net gives us provides us with a lesser temperature. So we tried that one too to see if it is workable. If it does, then they can be replicated in the hotter regions of Ghana.
The Dawhenya Irrigation Scheme and Ashaiman are calling for investment opportunities. Prince Opoku Dobe reporting for AgriRiches TV.